They identified the victim as 36-year-old Byron Irving, who died from multiple gunshot wounds. A motive or suspect have not been identified at this time. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 344-STOP. 3 people were found dead near Albany this morning. Livingston Parish deputies are investigating it as a murder-suicide. The victims were 2 adults, 1 man, 1 woman, and an 8-year-old child. We now know their identities. Detectives say Jenny Williamson shot her husband, Stephen Williamson. Then she's believed to have shot the child before killing herself. Investigators are still looking into why this shooting happened. We'll update you as those details come in. Baton Rouge police are investigating a hit and run that killed 1 person early this morning. It happened on North Ardenwood Drive near Greenwell Springs Road. Police are still investigating. We're working to learn a possible suspect or motive. As we get that information, we'll update you as this investigation continues. And coming up, we have a check of your evening forecast and your drive home. Stay with us. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our Sky 9 camera. It is hot today, and it's hard to imagine that it could get any hotter, but it just might. Jeff Morrow is standing by with the forecast. Jeff.
Yeah, we could use some rain to help cool us off. Not seeing much right now on First Alert Doppler radar network. You can see we've got a couple of blips right now. Northern Livingston Parish into St. Helena Parish, Northern Tangipahoa Parish, and also Amite County, and that's about it. Heaviest of the rain has really been confined southwestern Louisiana. So it's all about the heat, and you can see outlined here in purple, that is the excessive heat warning continues to expand through today all the way into the state line and then into Acadiana now, not just including Metro Baton Rouge. That remains in place until 7 o'clock this evening. Can you make out the warm spot right now? 98 in Baton Rouge, 97 in Lafayette as well as Slidell. Everyone in the 90s and some spots in the upper 90s, but that only tells part of the story. Got to look at that feels like temperature. This is what it feels like in the shade. 111 right now in Baton Rouge, Gonzales, New Orleans, and New Iberia. 112 is what it feels like in Lafayette. And then look at Slidell. Feels like 119 degrees right now in Slidell, and that is in the shade. So temperatures slow to fall through the 90s as we make our way through the late afternoon hours. Once we get into the evening, we'll finally start to dip back into the 80s. May not get out of the 80s for many locations overnight. We'll throw in that spotty to isolated mention of a shower in the forecast for the rest of the day, but overall expected to be mainly dry. Now let's talk about your drive. Give you a first alert to that Monday evening commute. You can see things are moving along across the region right now, heading towards Acadiana or New Orleans. You're not going to have any problems right now. Only slow spot we've got is I-12 eastbound just past Airline Highway, and even then that's just a minor delay. Take a look at the bridge traffic right here at 3:30. Usually we would see some heavy delays, but right now moving along just fine. So I think a lot of holiday expanse is where we're seeing the lack of traffic right now across the area. This is I-10 at Acadian. So you take a look at our drive times. Pretty much all of them are going to be in the green, meaning delay free. And that is certainly good news coming from Lafayette to Baton Rouge, coming from Denham Springs to Baton Rouge, and then through Baton Rouge. And then all of our eastbound drive times looking good too. West Baton Rouge into East Baton Rouge, and then also out towards Livingston and Ascension parishes. Tisha?
Delay free. That's what we like to hear, Jeff. Thank you. Well, dozens of new laws are going into effect in Louisiana today. One of those laws requiring schools to print the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline number 988 on the back of all student IDs. This applies to all Louisiana schools, public and private, in hopes of ensuring that students have access to mental health resources. Chris Rosado will have more on this story coming up on 9 News at 6. And remember, the 9 News app is a great way to keep up with things going on in our area. If you haven't already, make sure you download the 9 News app, and you can always go to WAFB.com as well. I'm Tisha Powell. Thank you for watching 9 News Now, and join us again in 25 minutes for 9 News at 4. We look forward to seeing you then.
If you're looking for the perfect companion for family fun and adventure, or wanting to find adventure beyond the ordinary, experience all that the Toyota Tundra has to offer. Save on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.